Hi guys, good morning. I had to jump on a few minutes early. It's 7:57 because I have so much I want to share today, this morning, that's coming through me. The energy in my body is buzzing, bursting. The thoughts in my head are gelling, and I just had to start a few minutes early because I only have about a half hour before I have to go to work. So here we are, and I'm just going to wait for some people to come on. I'm just going to sit here and organize my thoughts some more and breathe. Hi, Kevin. Kevin is here early. He showed up to class early. I couldn't wait to get on, Kevin. I'm bursting with ideas and thoughts that I need to share, that I need to express to the world. That I feel the same buzzing in my body that I felt years ago in 2020 when I was writing articles, when I was compelled to write for my local paper about the bullshit of masks and the vaccines and all the other stuff that was coming at us. I would feel an electrical current on my left side, and it would compel me to sit and write, and that's what I did for 2 years. You couldn't wait to hear me. Thank you, Kevin. Let's just wait for a few more people, Kevin. I know that's what you meant. Today, I'm going to share 3 ideas with you guys, and I'm going to read 3 chapters in the book of Enoch. It is another rainy day, April 3rd, 2024, in New York. This is our third consecutive day of no sun, and it really starts to wear on me. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. May Hashem rapidly repair everything in your life in a way that is most comforting to you and obvious to you that it's from Hashem. Okay? Look for it. Kevin said, all my family have gone. That's hard. I hope you feel the family that we are creating here, this soul family, this tribe, the energy surrounding you, comforting you, making you feel less lonely. Hang in there, Kevin. Hey, Corey. All right, it is officially 8 o'clock, and we have 2 people. So let's go. Oh, it jumped to 7 people. Who else is here? Say hi. Cheryl Ann, Ruthie, Sydney. Okay. All right, you guys. I have 3 things that I want to share. And then we're going to read from the book of Enoch. I only have about a half hour, 40 minutes tops, so I want to get right into it. 2 nights ago, I was scrolling and I came across this concept that I had heard on Friday for the first time from the Q&A of Alex Collier. And they brought up this concept of aphantasia. Have you guys heard of it? Aphantasia. 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 What is aphantasia? Aphantasia is the inability to conjure a mental image. And I realized I have that. I'm 48 years old, and for the first time in my life, I had no idea that other people had this ability and that I did not. And I was like taking online tests to see if I really had it. And what is aphantasia is what is I guess Fantasia is the ability if you think of a strawberry, you can see a strawberry in your mind's eye. You could close your eyes and you could some people see it in black and white, some people see it in color, some people see it blurry, some people see it distinct. Me, I close my eyes, I get nothing, nada, blank screen, black, always black. Even if I think thoughts, I cannot bring up an image. When I dream, I have images. But when I'm awake, I cannot conjure an image, and I asked my husband this morning, we were in bed, and I turned to him and I said, "Are you able to close your eyes, and if I tell you to think of a strawberry, you can see a strawberry?" And he closes his eyes, and he goes, "Yeah, of course, I see it right there." And I'm like, "Is it in color? Is it red?" He said, "Yeah, it's red." And I was so jealous. I was for the first time, I was, like, understood that I'm missing something. And it said online that 1 to 3% of people have this condition. And it made sense to me looking back because anytime I've been at a course, a healing course, a spirit, any kind of course, spiritual course I've gone to, when they go into meditation and they ask people, "What did you see?" I was always like, "I felt this, I felt that," but it was never, some people saw dragons and all kinds of crazy things. And I never saw anything, not one color, not one image, nothing. And I would always just sit there and be like embarrassed that I had nothing to share. And I comforted myself with something that Shifra Hendry had said. Me and Shifra and Ani have a group chat on WhatsApp, and Shifra had this most massive download that she shared with us. And it is brilliant in its simplicity. What was her download? A story is made real inside the body. The body is what makes any story real. So what are we looking for as human beings, as physical beings, as spiritual beings having a physical experience? We're looking for something to feel real to us. And what made me sad about having aphantasia was that realness, that you can merge in your mind something real and physical inside a spiritual internal place. And I'm not able to do that. And it made me so sad. It's like finding out everyone else has a sense of smell and you don't. And my husband was so sweet, so sweet. He said to me, "If I could, I would give you 100% of mine." And that was so sweet of him. And I just want to give him credit for saying that. And it was such a gesture of love. So Shifra's one line download, a stroke of insight and brilliance, that a story is made real inside the body, made me understand something. Made me understand something. It made me understand this. I listened to a lot of NDE stories, near death experience, where people are in a car crash, leave their body, observe the scene, and there's a common thread. There's many common threads, but one of them that I always hear is that it felt more real on the other side. Okay. What does that even mean? What does that real is subjective. It's like what feels real to me feels doesn't feel what's real to you. It's all a subjective experience of what is real. But something we are all seeking is to feel what is real, to feel what is real inside the body. A story is made real inside the body. And we have to merge this with the experience of leaving the body and having the other side feel ultra hyper real, more real than here. They always say that the other side feels more real than here, but they don't have this physical body. So how is that possible? So then I understood what Yemos HaMashiach is going to be when we elevate, when we ascend with the body in this body. We will merge the realness of the body, of the physical experience, with the realness of the other side. They will merge. The two reals, the real of the body and the real of the other side. And it will become a new experience of realness of God. God will be real in the body just as he is real in the spiritual. And that is amazing. And it takes me to our reading from Enoch, where he says, Rabbi Yishmael says, Enoch took him by the hand and pointed with his fingers at certain things. And it gives examples of the body. Why? Why are they giving these little details? Why does God describe himself anthropomorphically in the body, as in the Torah, as having a body? God has a hand and emotions and all the things that he physically has and says he has in the body in the Torah, to make it real for us, because we're such physical beings. So when Hanoch takes Yishmael by the hand, that story just became real to me. It became real because I can feel it in my hand. I can understand it in my own hand. When someone takes my own hand, it's real. When someone takes you by the hand, it's real. So that's the bridge from the body to the other side, is understanding a story with the body. I hope that made sense. Because right now in the world, with so many lies and so much psyoping going on from the dark and the light, and we're like the child stuck in the middle between two psyops, between evil and good. They're psyoping each other, and we're like, what the heck is going on? We only want to know what is real. And how do we know what is real? Sensing it in the body, sensing the spiritual through the body. So I was able to comfort myself about this aphantasia, not my inability to procure an image in my head, by saying, when I sense things in the body, I have to compensate for that inability by sensing things in the body. If I can't see it, it's going to become more magnified by other senses. Maybe I'll hear things, maybe I'll feel things, maybe I'll smell things, maybe I'll taste things. And that was comforting. So I think that reading the book of Enoch helps us visualize, helps us daydream. And when I daydream, I'm daydreaming in thoughts, not really images. My thoughts conjure the emotions. But reading this book together is really going to help us merge the two reals, the real of the physical with the real of the spiritual. Thank you, Irma. Irma said, if you can't see it, you'll feel it. It's true. I'm a big feeler. So I think I have compensated. One more story I want to tell you guys from yesterday. I had asked in yesterday's reading of Hanoch, when Hanoch took us to a place called Makom, a place called Place, which is the place of divine majesty, where there was a curtain hanging, a curtain, another very physical analogy, a curtain, where everything of every generation was ever written, from past, present, and future. And he showed him where Mashiach is, and he showed him all the things of Mashiach. And I asked Hanoch, show me a sign that what we are experiencing today is what you saw in the curtain about Mashiach ben Yosef, because I do believe Trump to be that person. People are asking me, what are my Torah sources for that? I don't have any. It's my own. It's my own. He fits the bill, according to what I read in the Kol HaTor by a student of the Vilna Gaon. I forgot his name, Racklower. And he describes the characteristics, the criteria of Mashiach ben Yosef, and Trump is fitting the bill. Ridding the world of evil, establishing men of truth in Israel, planting Israel, learning Zohar. There's a bunch of criteria for this time period and for that personality called Mashiach ben Yosef, eradicating evil off the planet. That's his main job. And I said, how could it be that there's going to be another period of time with a figure so globally acknowledged as Trump that has the world under his spell? Every word he says, the world is listening. And you tell me that's not Mashiach ben Yosef. The Kol HaTorah says, as it happened with the second temple, so it will be with the third, meaning Koresh allowed it. Cyrus, Darius, he's known by a few different names, and he was a non-Jewish king. And it also says it will be through the permission of the nations, which is very comforting, that it will be paved by this Mashiach ben Yosef, just as it was. The Jews will be led back to Jerusalem just as they were with Koresh. And that was a precedent set that a Mashiach ben Yosef can be a non-Jewish leader. So I asked Hanoch for a sign yesterday. And then in the middle of my day, it was a rainy day. I usually go out for lunch just to get outside, and it was raining. So I sat at my desk and I'm flipping on YouTube. What can I watch? What's going to be interesting? And right away came up a live with Sasha Stone. And I had enjoyed his previous one so much that I said, you know what, let me just sit here and watch this and see what comes up. And 2 minutes in, literally 2 minutes in, starting at 1 o'clock or like 1:10 when I started, who do they start talking about? What name comes up? Lilith. 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 And you guys who've been following me and listening to me understand what that means to me, because in the entire spiritual community that I listen to, that I have my ear to the ground, all of us do, I had not heard one other person mention Lilith regarding this eclipse and the Lilith energy having an opportunity to find Manoach. That was my concept that I put forth. And then to hear these high level, high spiritually minded group of people talking about Lilith, something I thought that I was just kind of like pulling out of thin air, to have it validated inside that community, I knew that was my sign from Hanoch, that what he saw in Makom was Donald Trump. The Mashiach ben Yosef part of the curtain is what we are living right now. We are in phase 1 of the Mashiach process, which is known as Mashiach ben Yosef, which is the lead up to the Mashiach ben David phase, which is the supernatural. Mashiach ben Yosef is the natural that leads the way, that is the opening from below that gives way to the opening from above. Mashiach ben Yosef to Mashiach ben David. Yona Matzavo Manoach. Thank you, Ruthie. That was the song that kept just, I couldn't get it out of my head. And then to hear Sasha Stone say the name yesterday, I was like, no way, no freaking way. And then I knew that was Hanoch. I knew it was Hanoch saying, you're on target, girl, keep going. And Ruthie said the same thing. I texted Ruthie. I'm like, Ruthie. And she's like, yeah, you are channeling something and don't stop. So it's a good feeling. And I'm really grateful to have this tribe with me, this group of people listening. And know you guys are so loyal to me. And I know that we're a group somehow. We're a group. All right, you guys, let me just take a drink. I have my mint that I grew from Israel, that I grew in a pot in my kitchen, lemon and ginger. Chapter 46. Rabbi Yishmael said, Metatron said to me, come, and I will show thee the space of the stars that are standing in Rakia night by night, in fear and awe of the Almighty Makom. And I will show you where they go and where they stand. I, Yishmael, walked by his Chanoch side, and he took me by his hand, and he pointed out all to me with his finger. The body is what makes a story real. Shifra Chana Hendry. And they were standing on sparks of flames around the Merkava of the Almighty Makom. What did Metatron do? At that moment, oh, you guys, this is good. At that moment, he clapped his hands and chased them off from their place. Forthwith they flew off on flaming wings, rose and fled from the four sides of the throne of the Merkava. And as they flew, he told me the names of every single star, as it is written in the Psalms 142:4. He telleth the number of the stars. He giveth them all their names, teaching that the Holy One, blessed be he, has given a name to each star. And they all enter in counted order under the guidance, literally through the hands of Rachatiel, to Rakia Hashamayim, to serve the world. And the stars go out in counted order to praise the Holy One, blessed be he, with songs and hymns, according as it is written in the Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God. Hashamayim Mesaprim Kavod Hashem. But in the time to come, the Holy One, blessed be he, will create them anew, as it is written in Lamentations 3:23. They are new every morning, and they will open their mouth and utter a song. What is the song they will utter? The Psalms 8:3. When I consider thy heavens. Let me just see what that is. Adonai Adonenu ma adir shemcha b'chol haaretz asher tenahodcha al hashamayim. Chapter 47. Rabbi Yishmael said, Metatron said to me, the title of this chapter, Metatron shows Rabbi Yishmael the spirits of punished angels. The spirits of punished angels. Rabbi Yishmael said, Metatron said to me, come, and I will show thee the souls of angels and the spirits of the ministering servants whose bodies have been burnt in the fire of Makom that goes forth from his little finger. and they have been made into fiery coals in the midst of the Nahar Dinur, the river of fire. But their spirits and their souls are standing behind the Shekhinah. Whenever the ministering angels utter a song at a wrong time or not appointed to be sung, they are burnt and consumed by the fire of the Creator and by a flame of their Maker in the places, chambers of the whirlwind, for it blows upon them and drives them into the Nahar Dinur, the river of fire. And there they are made into numerous mountains of burning coal, but their spirit and their soul return to the Creator. And all are standing behind their master. And I went by his side, and he took me by his hand. And he showed me all the souls of the angels and the spirits of the ministering servants who were standing behind the Shekhinah upon the wings of the whirlwind and the walls of fire surrounding them. So even though the body of the angel might get burned up, the soul and the spirit of the angel gets recollected behind the throne of glory in the area of the Shekhinah. At that moment, Metatron opened to me the gates of the walls, which they were standing behind the Shekhinah. And I lifted my eyes and saw them. And behold, the likeness of every one was that of angels, and their wings like birds, made out of flames, and work of burning fire. In that moment, I opened my mouth in praise of Makom and said, Ma rabu ma'asecha Hadonai, how great are your works, Hashem. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to end. Chapter 48. This is the final chapter, guys, but it's broken up into 4 sections. So I'm going to read the first section today. Chapter 48a. Metatron shows Rabbi Yishmael the right hand of the Most High. The right hand is the hand of chesed, kindness, mercy. Metatron shows Rabbi Yishmael the right hand of the Most High, now inactive, behind him, but in the future destined to work the deliverance of Israel. Hashem is going to save us with his hand of mercy, his right hand. Metatron stands before the throne of Hashem while Sandalphon stands behind. That's interesting. Thank you, Shlomo Ben David. Rabbi Shmuel said, Metatron said to me, come and I will show thee the right hand of Makom laid behind him because of the destruction of the holy temple, from which all kind of splendor and light shine forth, and by which 955 heavens were created, and whom not even the seraphim and the ophanim are permitted to behold, until the day of salvation shall arrive. And I went by his side, and he took me by his hand, and showed me the right hand of Makom, with all manner of praise, rejoicing, and song, and no mouth can tell its praise, and no eye can behold it, because of its greatness, dignity, majesty, glory, and beauty. And not only that, but all the souls of the righteous who are counted worthy to behold the joy of Jerusalem. They are standing by it. Praising and praying before it 3 times every day. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord, as it is written in Isaiah. He caused his glorious arm to go at the right hand of Moses. In that moment, the right hand of Macom was weeping, and there went forth from its 5 fingers 5 rivers of tears, and fell down into the great sea, and shook the whole world, as it is written. The earth is utterly broken, the earth is clean dissolved. This is in Isaiah. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall stagger like a drunken man, and shall be moved to and fro like a hut. 5 times, 5 verses, corresponding to the fingers of his great right hand. But when the Holy One, blessed be he, sees that there is no righteous man in the generation, and no pious man, no chesed on earth, and no justice in the hands of men, and that there is no man like Moses, and no intercessor as Samuel, who could pray before Macom for the salvation and for the deliverance, and for his kingdom, that it be revealed in the whole world, and for his great right hand, that he put it before himself again. To work a great salvation by it for Israel. Whew. This is so powerful. Then forthwith will the Holy One, blessed be he, remember his own justice, favor, mercy, and grace. And he will deliver his great arm by himself. And his righteousness will support him, according as it is written in Isaiah. And he saw there was no man like Moses, who prayed countless times for Israel in the desert, and averted the decrees from them. Sorry, guys. And he wondered that there was no intercessor like Samuel, like unto Samuel, who entreated the Holy One, blessed be he, and called unto him. And he answered and fulfilled his desire, even if it was not fit in accordance with the divine plan, according as it is written in Samuel. It is not wheat harvest today. I will call unto the Lord. 1 second, you guys. I need a tissue. Okay. And not only that, but he joined fellowship with Moses in every place, as it is written in the Psalms, Moses and Aaron among his priests. And again, it is written in Jeremiah 15:1. Though Moses and Samuel stood before me, mine own arm brought salvation unto me. Said the Holy One, blessed be he, in that hour. How long shall I wait for the children of men to work salvation according to their righteousness for my arm? For my own sake and for the sake of my merit and righteousness will I deliver my arm, and by my arm redeem my children from among the heathen nations of the world, as it is written in Isaiah 48. I can't read that. For my own sake, I will do it. For my own sake, I will do it. For how long shall my name be profaned? In that moment will the Holy One, blessed be He, reveal His great right arm and show it to the nations, the heathen nations of the world. For its length is as the length of the world, and its breadth is as the width of the world, and the appearance of its splendor is like unto the splendor of the sunshine in might in the summer solstice. For with Israel will be saved. And when I say Israel, I mean every single human being that holds God in their heart. That is Israel. For with Israel will be saved from among the heathen nations of the world, meaning the cabal. And Messiah will appear unto them. And he will bring them up to Jerusalem with great joy. And not only that, but Israel will come from the four corners of the world and eat. We're going to eat with the Messiah. But the heathen nations will not eat with them, as it is written in Isaiah. The Lord hath made bare his holy arm in the eyes of the nation, and all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of God. And again in Deuteronomy 32:12, the Lord alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. And in Zechariah 14:9, and the Lord shall be king over the earth. Whew. Thank you for everybody who's here. Ruthie just said her entire body is vibrating at a high frequency. I think all of us right now are. I think it is undeniable that this is the lead up to a great sky event. When it's going to happen, no one knows. How it's going to happen, no one knows. But it will be with the right hand of God, and it will be undeniable. It will be with chesed. God will take his right hand. We can imagine it. A story is made real in the body, Schiffer Hendry. God's right hand, he talks to us. You see how it's in the text? I did not read this in advance. God's right hand. Take your right hand. Imagine taking your right hand from behind your back. This is your hand of mercy, of chesed. And putting an end to the construct of fear and replacing it with love. It's been a fun time. We have gotten to know God through suffering, through pain, through the lower vibrations. We've done it. We did the work. We played the game. We did the experiment. It is time now for game over, Ruthie. It is time for game over, where we can now experience the physical through joy, through pleasure, through kindness, through mercy, through compassion. And that will be the most supreme way to experience God. We experienced him through the low vibrations and in the body, low vibration. And now we're going to experience God it through the high vibrations of the body without having to leave the body. This is ascension. We're going to merge what is real in the body with what is real in the spirit. and the two reals will come together. I remember thinking I wanted to interview Darius. I emailed him, he never got back to me, but one of my first questions would be, when you leave your body, are you standing somewhere? Are your feet feeling something under them? Because for me, that would make it real. And I think, oh, omdos hayu raglayim b'sharayach Yerushalayim. Our feet, omdos hayu ragleinu. Omdos hayu ragleinu. That is in the Psalms, and that just came in. Our feet will be standing in the gates of Jerusalem. Even in the Psalms, it says our feet, because as physical beings, we need this reassurance that our body is going to experience this salvation, to make it real, to ground it in, to take all this free energy, this free divine energy, channel it in the body and ground it into our Mother Earth, who is waiting herself breathlessly for this ascension to take place. We all go for this ride together with her. She takes us there. And we take this free energy, this divine light, and we are the conduits to ground it into through our feet. We are the lightning rods. We are grounding this divine energy, this lightning in through our body, through our feet to the earth, and she's feeling it through us. All right, I got to be at work in 7 minutes. I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. 17 people. That's a good number. I will see you guys. Today is Wednesday, April 3rd. I will see you tomorrow, Thursday, April 4th, for a class at 7 a.m. And I'm going to read another chapter because we're inching our way to the end. We have 3 more sections to go. Tomorrow morning, I have a huge topic to bring up and discuss and elaborate and come to conclusions together. The question I'm going to be asking is, has the Torah been tampered with? Has the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, been tampered with? That's the question we're going to discuss tomorrow in tomorrow's Zohar class. The Zohar addresses this. And I can't wait to go there with you guys. Shlomo Ben David, Ricky White says, imagine you are light. Allow your vessel to be filled with light. By Ruthie, by Mad Hippie's Life, by Irma, by Sydney, by Carl, by Karen, by Carl Johnson, by Gib Meinhardt, by Hardcore Sweet Bakery Life, Stephen Schechman, whoever's still here, and Tammy, whoever's listening. I love you guys. Have a divine, connected, protected day. Mwah. Love you.